and it's early, but it's a good day because we're ahead of the game and we're breathing. So anyway, today, what happens if you lose 5% of your body weight? People talk about diets and all that sort of stuff, and they overwhelm themselves with how much weight they want to lose, and they look so far ahead. It's like being on a ski slope, right? If you get up to the top and then you look down, to the bottom, you go, oh my God, that's overwhelming. But if you look at the tip of your skis, you're not so overwhelmed, are you? Because it's just foot by foot, 1 foot at a time. So that's the same thing with dieting. Yo-yo diets don't work. Starving yourself is only going to make your body want to create more fat and store more fat so that it doesn't starve to death. Now, all that stuff, by the way, is going to be in my new book, The Brain Gut Fix Diet. And what I have to do here is just make sure that we're going public. How's that? I want to make sure about this, all right? So let's see. 1 second. I'm going to be with you. Let's make it public. Okay, good. All right, now we're good. So anyway, the Brain Gut Diet Fix is really a fantastic book because what it's going to do is bring you through step by step how to synchronize your multiple brains. Now you have one in your head, you have one in your, you have 3 more in your body, and these are things that that you need to synchronize, because if you don't synchronize them, things aren't going to work very well. No matter what you do, you're not going to lose weight, you're not going to get stronger, you're not going to be healthier. So what's the point? So anyway, my new book, The Brain Gut Fix, is a step-by-step guide for dummies or for even smart people. But you can utilize this to get in better health, not just for a week or a year, but for the rest of your life. So I urge you, it's coming out in about 2 to 3 weeks, and I urge you to go to the website and buy it. I'll be doing updates and letting you know. So anyway, let's get back to what our topic is today. I don't have any food recalls today yet, but it's early, so you never know what's going to happen. Now, as always, listen, share this information, comment, give me a thumbs up, whatever you want to do. Just share it with as many people as you can, because if it's not good for you, it might be good for someone else, and that's the way the world goes around. So anyway, look, when you talk about 5%, let's say you weigh 200 pounds. Well, 5% of a body fat loss on a 200-pound person would be 10 pounds. So, and you'd be surprised what those 10 pounds can do for you, how much healthier you can be. So it's not like you got to lose 50, 100 pounds, or 75 pounds, or 40 pounds. Look, you can get to that, but let's take it step by step. So what does 5% loss of weight or body fat do for you? Now, look, let's start out with your joints. Just 10 extra pounds add 40 pounds of pressure to your knees and your lower body joints. You got that? 10 extra pounds on your body, just 10 extra pounds, adds 40 pounds of pressure to your knees and your lower body joints. Now, this causes inflammation, tissue damage, and it could cause arthritis. Now, if you want to know what 40 pounds feels like, just go get pick up 10 bags of 10-pound sugar bags, and you'll know that's a lot of weight. So that's what you're putting on your knees. So just losing 5%, losing those 10 pounds, is going to take 40 pounds of pressure off your joints. So if you got your knees that are hurting you, if you got your ankles that are hurting you, if you have, your lower joints that are hurting you, well, this could be the reason. So not too hard to do. By the way, in my book, I show you how to lose 10 pounds in about 12 days without sacrificing, eating whatever you want. You're not going to have to worry about it. Let's go on to the next one now. All right? Older women who lost at least 5% of their body weight lowered their chances of breast cancer by 12%. Now that's pretty significant, huh? If you could lower your risk of breast cancer, why wouldn't you want to drop 5% of your body weight or 10 pounds or whatever it is? So So lower levels of some hormones linked to cancer, right? Like estrogen, insulin, and androgens. So that weight lowers these, if you get rid of that weight, it lowers all this stuff, which is a lot more healthy for you, right? Now, it also helps, if you lose that weight, prevent type 2 diabetes. So losing 5% of that weight can help you take less medications, keep control of your blood sugar. And by the way, a type 2 diabetic doesn't always have to be a type 2 diabetic. You can actually lose some weight and your insulin can level off and maybe you're not a type 2 diabetic anymore. Remember, type 2 diabetes is not like type 1. So look, there's a shot at this, no matter what age you are, because it's much better than taking all these medications, okay? So I talk about that in my book also. Oh, boy. Okay, losing that weight, just 5%, also lowers your LDL or your bad cholesterol. Now, and raises levels of HDL, which is your good cholesterol. And this kind of cholesterol, which is the HDL, is what clears out the LDL. So you need HDL, healthy cholesterol, to clear out that bad cholesterol. So losing 5% of your body weight, no matter what you weigh, by the way, that's why I put it in a percentage instead of doing it, lose 10 pounds, lose 20 pounds. All you have to do is do that. Good morning, whoever you are. I didn't see your name, but good morning. Now, you want to bring down those triglycerides, because high levels of triglycerides can raise the risk of heart attack and strokes. So 5%, you're losing 5%, and you're lowering the risk of heart attack and stroke. Why? Because of the triglycerides. You're getting rid of those. Boy, imagine how much you could do just 5%. If you just put 5% initiative towards your health, 5%, imagine what you could do. So here's the next one. It also will reduce high blood pressure. See, extra body weight makes your blood push harder against your artery walls, and it makes it harder for the heart, or the heart has to work a lot harder. So you don't want to be stressing the heart out, because that's what happens. When you're stressing the heart out and you're making that heart work harder, you're running a risk of a lot of things going wrong. Now, in my book, I talk to you about, and I explain very thoroughly, what the intrinsic brain is all about. Now, that's the brain that controls your heart functions, right? And your enteric system is the one that's in your gut. That produces all these good things. 95% of your serotonin, which I've explained in past, is produced in your gut, not in your brain. And then you have your vagus brain, which goes all the way from your cranial brain down to your bowel. And that's like the superhighway of information that goes from those other two brains that you have in your body that send all the signals to the brain. And they all work independently, but yet collectively to make sure that you're healthy. So if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to get healthier, and you don't synchronize the gut brain, the heart brain, and the vagus brain, you're not really going to get too far. So don't make that heart work harder. There's much better things you could be doing to make your heart work harder, which is really exercise, right? Okay. So next, let's see. Okay. Now, it'll also reduce. Wait a second. I got to get rid of something here. Okay. 1 second. Not everything works the way we want it to work, right? Okay, 1 second. Have my little notes for you guys so that you can read along, okay? We did the triglycerides. Okay. Now, don't you hate when things don't work? Okay. Now, losing that 5% of your body weight also reduces your high blood pressure, because extra body weight makes your Well, we already did that, didn't we? Okay. Well, it lowers your risk of making your heart work harder. How's that? Now, it also 5% of that body weight can also stop sleep apnea. So those of you that are suffering with sleep apnea, or you're wearing those like big contraptions that go over your face at night, you know, when you have that extra weight, this extra fat tissue is in the back of your throat. So when you go to sleep, that fat sort of clumps down and shuts down your windpipe, in simple terms, and that's where you get your sleep apnea. So you get rid of that 5%, you might just get rid of your sleep apnea, right? Now, getting rid of that 5% also of that body fat, just 5%. I mean, come on, I'm not pushing you too hard, right? I know I'm a pain in the neck, but I'm not pushing you too hard. That reverses insulin resistance, body fat, especially in your belly area, because that gives off chemicals that make your body stop reacting to the effect of insulin, a hormone that keeps the level of sugar in your blood normal. Even though your pancreas works harder to make more insulin, your blood sugar can get too high. A little bit of weight loss can help reverse this effect. Now, there's also another hormone in your belly that centers in your belly, which is called cortisol. Very dangerous. Just a bit of that, 5 pounds on your belly can increase that cortisol, which can lead to a heart attack and stroke also. So, and you don't want to become insulin resistant, okay? Because then you're just flooding your body with too much insulin because your body doesn't, your brain gut, or your gut brain is not registering it, right? All right. This is only 5% of your body weight. Now, if you get rid of 5% of your body weight and you're having trouble sleeping, well, lose that 5%. And studies have shown that not getting enough sleep can make you more likely to be obese. So you got to get your sleep. If you lose that 5%, you'll sleep a lot better. Trust me on this. You will sleep a lot better. Now, I don't know if I tell you, but in my book, I decided that I was 192 pounds. I wanted to get down to 180, and I know I'm 6'1" and I'm thin, but still, that's the way I feel the best. However, I show you how I lost 10 pounds or 12 pounds in about 15 days or less. And that's without starving myself, without really exercising, just doing some simple things to synchronize your brain gut with your brain. Pretty simple, huh? Now, losing that 5% can also improve your 8%, 5 to 8% or 10% of your body weight, lessened depression. So when you get rid of a couple pounds, you're not as depressed. Your mood it gets better. You feel better, and you have more energy. It's just that simple. So I'm not asking you to do a lot of stuff. It also reduces inflammation. Fat cells, especially those around the belly, can release chemicals that irritate and inflame tissues all over the body. And we know that inflammation is the cause of many issues, cancer, those sort of things. They're also linked to health problems like arthritis, heart disease, heart attacks, and stroke. So, losing that 5% can actually reduce the inflammation. Now, in my book also, I give you a lot of tips on how to reduce inflammation and what foods are good anti-inflammation. Now, I hope you got a lot out of this today, this morning. And it's what a great way to start out your day, knowing that you're not going to be overwhelmed trying to lose 50 pounds and thinking about 50 pounds. Let's work on 5% of your body weight. Now, so, by the way, it'll also increase your sex drive because you're going to feel a lot better, you're going to move around a lot better, and you're going to want to have a lot more sex. So, I guess it'll make your partner happy, or your partner will make you happy, whichever one it is. So, work on these things. Look, it's not that difficult, it's not that hard. You don't have to struggle that much. You don't have to become overwhelmed. All you have to do is get rid of that 5%, all right? Now, this is one way that you start synchronizing your brain and your gut brain and your vagus and your intrinsic and your intrinsic systems, all to work in synchronicity so that you get the maximum effect and live optimally and healthfully. Benefits is not a protein shake, although it has 16 grams of protein. It's not a weight loss product, although it only has 150 some calories. It is jam-packed with these things that make your brain gut work in tandem with your cranial brain, in tandem with the vagus superhighway, and in tandem with the intrinsic system, which is your heart. Remember, your heart is a muscle as well. So it's not just biceps, triceps, abs, glutes. It is your heart, which is a muscle. Anyway, I hope that you found this interesting. I hope it helped you somewhere. And by the way, please share, comment. Somebody can get benefit out of this that's in your circle or that are your friends. And also, please like, thumbs up, whatever it is. I appreciate it very much, and you have a great morning. And if I have any food recalls that come up, I'll bring them to you first thing tomorrow morning. Okay, everybody. So now I'm going to say goodbye. So have a great day. God bless you. And remember, it only takes 5%. Thank you.